My first game I ever covered was Lexington versus Maysville, high school football. And they were not two highly ranked teams, let's put it that way. I was 17 years old, and I thought it was the greatest thing in the world. Now, since then, I've covered things like the Giants and Patriots Super Bowl and the NBA Finals and the Rose Bowl and all kinds of stuff. But the highlight for me is really just getting to be a part of the lives of Oklahoma people and the sports fans. Sports as a universal language brings people together. You know, the job I have at the Oklahoman is sort of the main street of talking sports in Oklahoma. And, so I've really gotten to develop, I think, a relationship with Oklahoma sports fans. And that's been the best part of my career. My dad grew up the son of a sharecropper in eastern Oklahoma. He grew up a huge newspaper fan. When I was a kid, we took 4 newspapers a day at my house. So I grew up reading newspapers, and great sports fan, and just became sort of a natural for me. And so my dad's the one that really got me started. When I was 17 years old, I walked into the office of the Norman Transcript and asked the sports editor, Jim Weeks, what to do to be a sports writer. And he told me to go to college. And 3 weeks later, he called me and offered me a part-time job. That's how I ended up covering Lexington and Maysville on a Friday night in October 1978. Taught me 1,000 things about the business and about writing and editing, and I just worked up from there. And then all kinds of people at the Oklahoman were great in my career. Ed Kelly accelerated my career. Joe Hite did the same thing a few years later. And now my colleagues at the Oklahoman, Jenny Carlson primarily is, you know, my partner. And of course I got the greatest wife in the world, because she'll let me watch ball games into the middle of the night and not complain about it. She'll just fall asleep. You know, I got the greatest job in the state. I know that, and I've also had a blessed life, and it's because of those people I've mentioned.